Welcome back to day 10. So great you're here. And we are continuing to explore stillness today. And as I mentioned before we dove into stillness, this is really the precursor to managing stress and anxiety. And we've explored stillness now in a couple of different ways. We noticed actually just how still we can be physically during a meditation. And then we also journeyed to a safe place, a place where you had gone previously, where you felt no need to rush away and just found that stillness. You experienced it yourself in that environment. And today we'll explore stillness through our breath. And mindful breathing can take us to a very deep level of stillness. And in fact, for many people, it's the most direct route. And there is a surrender aspect of mindful breathing that I like very much, and I enjoy that. And I want to share a story that relates to that you can certainly relate to. I remember waking up in the ICU after my heart surgery. And of course, I was out of it, having been on the operating table for 7 hours and under very, very heavy sedation. And the first thing I noticed when I was coming to, and I couldn't really talk, it's a very strange feeling. But the first thing I noticed is this thing coming out of my mouth that went down into my throat, that contraption that helps your throat stay open so they can make sure that you can breathe on your own before they take that out. And naturally, all I wanted to do is yank that thing out of my mouth. It felt very odd. It felt like it was different shapes. I have no idea what it was, and I never really thought to ask what exactly that contraption was, but it was very, very uncomfortable. And even though I wanted to yank it out of my mouth, my hands were restrained. I was hallucinating just a little bit. I didn't really know where I was. Where I actually was laying in the hospital bed horizontally. I think my head might have been elevated a little bit, but my hands were constrained. They were tied to the guardrails. And where I thought I was outside, sitting upright, with my hands attached to a chain link fence behind me. That's what I thought was happening. And I started to panic a little bit. And fighting that and trying to get aggressive with that to get my hands free. And sometime not long after that, and of course time had no meaning, I don't know how long it was, but somebody came up to me, a very nice medical person, and said, "Hey, relax, we're going to take that thing out of your throat very soon." And that was just enough for me. That was just enough to know that I wasn't going to have to sit there a long time or lay there a long time with my arms constrained and this thing in my throat. And that helped me calm down. And I was able to surrender to my breath and handle that situation in a very different way. And I just focused on a rhythmic breathing pattern and relaxed and let go. And that slowed down. And of course, it wasn't too long after that they actually did take that contraption out of my throat. And of course, I could breathe. But the point is, deep breathing or rhythmic breathing can lessen stress. And it's a signal to your nervous system to calm down. That deep breathing can help you move out of your fight or flight response into the parasympathetic nervous system. And so you can get to that place of stillness. And that's what our meditation is about today. It's a breathing session. And there's a lot of different types of breath work and breathing patterns that you can use. We're going to do one that's an inhale of 4 counts in and an exhale of 6 counts out. And that's a personal favorite of mine, and I've used that in a number of situations where I felt a lot of stress, and it has always helped me calm down and find that place of stillness. So go ahead and head to the meditation. It's great, once again, that you're here today. I want to commend you on that. You're not only a heart warrior, you're becoming a meditation warrior, and that's terrific. That'll be a big part of your healing. So give yourself a pat on the back and keep going, keep showing up, and I will see you back here next time.